Well, it's a sad day for the town of Windsor, Ontario, as they have just voted to put fluoride back into the public drinking supply after voting just 5 years ago to take it out. This just out from the CBC Windsor to put fluoride back into the water after council city vote. It says here, after a 5-year moratorium, Windsor will be seeing fluoride in the water again. City Council voted 8-3 in favor of the reintroduction of fluoride. Back in 2013, Council voted 8-3 to take it out after more than 50 years of water fluoridation. In fact, I had to go look up that old article. It's funny, these articles look exactly the same. Here we are 5 years later, fluoride no longer to be added to Windsor water. This is back in January of 2013. It says Windsor will no longer have fluoride added to it. Council made that decision late Monday night after a marathon meeting to deal with this issue at a special meeting, and they decided that this is not good for public health. But here we are, exactly 5 years later, and they've done a complete 180 and voted to put it back in. Why are they doing this now? Well, they claim, let me pull it up here, that a certain percentage of kids, here it is, according to the Oral Health 2018 report released by the Health Unit, the percentage of children with tooth decay or recurring urgent care has increased by 51% in 2016-17 compared to 2011 and 2012. So they're saying that tooth decay among children have increased 51%, but they don't provide any kind of a correlation between the rise in tooth decay in children and the removal of the fluoride in the drinking water. Zero correlation. There's all sorts of factors that could be at play here as to why, you know, the youth's tooth decay is rising at a rate of 51%. Certainly having forced medication upon the population is not the way to go about it, especially when you consider the fact that the dosages are unregulated. I mean, look, we all know that the best way to protect your teeth is with fluoride in your toothpaste if you want to go that route, but what does it say on the toothpaste? A small child should not ingest it. In fact, if they swallow even a pea-sized amount, you're supposed to call poison control. So what happens in the case of drinking it at your home? They're not documenting the dosages. Some people might have a little sip. Some people might drink 8-10 gallons a day. So the forced medication of the population is incredibly dangerous. Obviously, here Wikipedia has a huge thing on water fluoridation controversy. Opponents of water fluoridation view it as an infringement of individual rights, if not an outright violation of medical ethics, on the basis that individuals have no choice in the water that they drink unless they drink more expensive bottled water. And that's it exactly. Now, this thing goes on to point out so-called conspiracy theories. Look at this. The history of it, communism conspiracy from the 40s and the 60s. Because the Germans did put it into the water supply for the Jews in the ghetto. You know, why would they do that? They're not caring about their teeth. Goes on to say here, other conspiracy theories, like investigative journalist and author of the book Fluoride Deception, claimed that the post-war campaign to fluoride drinking water was less a public health innovation than a public relations ploy sponsored by industrialist users of fluoride, including the government's nuclear weapons program. And I pointed exactly that out in our video here titled Press for Truth Presents There's Something in the Water. This was released back in 2011, and we visited a water fluoridation facility there in Ontario. So I'll include a link to that in the description. We also went around in Toronto doing streeters in this video titled The End is Near for Fluoride in Toronto, where we were asking people to do the same thing that Windsor just did by turning this whole thing around. So anyways, it's a sad day, folks, for the people of Windsor, Ontario, as they have just completely done a 180, as they said. Let me know what you guys think about the notion of forced medication and having fluoride in the public drinking supply when dosages are completely unregulated. And do you think this is done out of the goodness of the government's heart, or do they honestly care about our teeth? Or is there something more sinister at play here? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.